staff, faculty on the importance and I guess the uniqueness of traditional Vietnamese arts.
Hôm nay em làm workshop tại trường này tại vì em muốn giữ gìn văn hóa của em và em muốn cho mọi người biết về văn hóa Việt Nam và những nhạc cụ dân tộc này và dân tộc của mình nó đẹp.
Outdoor like church or anything else like that, and I do a lot of TV stuff as well.
So yeah, that's a bit about us. We're going to talk about music now. Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. I'm the Youth Ensemble Director at Lạc Hồng Performing Arts Group, otherwise known as Đoàn Văn nghệ Lạc Hồng. And today we've brought our workshop service to Westminster High School to educate the students and the staff, faculty on the importance and I guess the uniqueness of traditional Vietnamese arts. 3 or 2 rows in a U. So I'm gonna need you guys to work with me. Do you guys think we can do this fast? Alright, you guys are just gonna scoot your chairs out. You're gonna help me form that arc. Okay, go ahead and do that now please. Thank you. As quickly as we can, please.
Let's go.
Everyone in the middle, please stay. Everyone in the middle, please stay. They're going to create that arc for us, and then we'll move, okay? Everyone in the middle, please stay. Everyone just stay still really quick in the middle. We're going to have a good time. So we're going to start off before we go into the information, that part of the presentation. We're going to play a song together. Okay, sweet. So that was a bit of a. We decided to play a song because in the beginning, I know one of the teachers was asking, have any of you guys ever seen any of these instruments live before? Yeah. I'm curious. Where at? Aquarium of the Pacific. Whoa, we got a fan. Just kidding. I know, Jim. I paid him for that. Yeah, we go out. We perform all the time. Maybe you guys have seen us before, right? Or maybe you haven't. But we played a song, so for sure, every single person in the room today, once you leave, you can say, I have seen it live before. I saw it live at school, right? So a little more about us, Lacombe Performing Arts Group as an organization. We were founded in 1988 by Professors Joe Nguyen and Professors Mai Nguyen. And we are a traditional Vietnamese performing arts group that specializes in the presentation, preservation, and development of traditional instrumental music, vocal music, and dance. So as a non-profit organization, we also go out and perform these workshop services for public K-12 schools and universities. We've gone to UCLA, UCSD, Cal State Fullerton, UCI, pretty much every single public university in Southern California at this point. We usually partner with their Vietnamese Student Association, has seen this presentation. So we're very lucky and grateful that people have sought us out. So we're really grateful that you guys have decided to bring us out today. Before I dive, and not just me, but also our friends here, before we dive into the music, before we dive into the details, I wanted to bring to your attention something that's very important to me, and that is the Asian American experience. Why I want to say this is because I want to create a more, not a deeper connection, but a closer connection with all of you, right? You guys are looking at me, you're like, dang, this girl just told me she performed a Paris by Night. Like, I've never seen her in my life, and that's probably true, right? But I'm telling you that my experiences are accessible to you. That's what I'm trying to say. My experiences are easily achievable because I myself was born in America. I've actually never been to Vietnam before, believe it or not, which is crazy because how many here have been to Vietnam? Yeah, maybe some of you guys go every single summer. You've probably got a leg up on me on that, right? I've never been to Vietnam. However, all of the things I've been able to learn about traditional Vietnamese music, traditional Vietnamese culture, the language, I speak Vietnamese fluently, right? All of that was learned here in America, here in Little Saigon, right? So I'm saying, if I can do it, then you can do it. If you want to, it's there for you. And I think that's really important. That's why you guys are in your Vietnamese language learning classes. You're at one of like the best Duolingo programs that the school has to offer, that this area has to offer. You're very lucky. A lot of people do not have this opportunity.
Everyone, so I'm Catherine, and I've been part of Lacombe Performing Arts Group for almost 6 years now. And the instrument that I play, as you all saw, is called the Chan. And outside of Lacombe, what I do on the daily, not today of course, is that I am a community college English instructor.
My name is Lan An or Lana, or I don't know how you guys know me, but I'm a senior in Westminster High School, and I'm the one who kind of pretty much promoted this idea to our teachers over here. And this is my first year in Lacombe, and I mostly play this instrument right here, we're going to talk about later, and that instrument is the one I'm currently playing now. And you also see me play on the guitar, but that's because as a side hustle, I do a lot of gigs outdoor like church or anything else like that, and I do a lot of TV stuff as well.
So yeah, that's a bit about us. We're going to talk about music now.
Yes, so our first instrument is the Chan. So in English, the Chan is called the 16-string zither. So it is played with these plectrums that I have on right now, a little ASMR. And these are the tortoiseshell ones. The other version is stainless steel, which is the metal. And these strings are also stainless steel. So we call this a pretty beginner-friendly instrument because all of the notes are already on each of the strings. So you don't really have to guess. It's all right there. And it was pretty easy for me to pick it up, but perhaps that's because I had over a decade of piano experience. But in order to show how beginner-friendly it is for all of you, then we'd like to invite a volunteer up to try out a little something for yourselves. Yeah? All right, so come on up here.
Sweet! All right. I got it. Literally like so fast. So good.
All right, so have a seat. Okay, so at the beginning of the song, if you heard, then I was doing this like circular motion. And that's what we call an ah. So you're going to try that out. So we're going to have you put on these plectrums. So this one's going to go on your second finger. Yeah. And this one's going to go on your first finger, the thumb. Good. So you're going to pull towards you with your second. So towards you. Yeah, good. And then you're going to push away with your thumb. Like this way. Uh-huh. Perfect. Nice job, Andrew. Thank you so much.
That's not it. I was just trapping you. I'll see you after class. You're a new student now.
Và em là học sinh lớp 12 của trường Winter High School. Dạ, em là một học sinh của đoàn văn nghệ Lạc Hồng mà em đã được học với thầy Châu và cô Mai. Em học với cô thầy Châu khoảng năm, xong rồi em được vô đoàn văn nghệ Lạc Hồng để biểu diễn và làm nhiều workshop. Hôm nay em làm workshop tại trường này tại vì em muốn giữ gìn văn hóa của em và em muốn cho mọi người biết về văn hóa Việt Nam và những nhạc cụ dân tộc này và dân tộc của mình nó đẹp như thế nào. Em mong là sau cái workshop này mai mốt các học sinh này có thể reach out, like nói chuyện với Lạc Hồng, có thể join Lạc Hồng, có thể học những nhạc cụ này và giữ gìn truyền thống thì cứ đánh trên nhiều năm sau nữa.
Okay, so the next instrument that we're going to talk about is the one at the very end over here. Who knows what bao is?
Let's start the menu. Let's start the menu. We got what? Can bao.
Oh, we got can bao. Who eats can bao?
Bao sao?
No can bao eaters. Okay. What about bao luộc? No bao luộc here. Okay. What about bao sao? And bao sao? Okay, no. Okay. But yeah, basically bao is a type of gourd, right? And we call this a dang bao because this thing right here kind of looks like a bao or a gourd, right? And this thing attaches to a string. So how many instruments does this instrument have?
How many strings?
How many strings does this instrument have? One. Yes, I heard one. So yeah, and then we have this little sticky thingy-mabob. It's kind of like a whammy bar on a guitar. It kind of like wiggles the sound of the instrument and the pitch, so it creates the vibrato sounds or vibration, right? And because it only has one string, so how do we get multiple notes on just one string? Yeah, you're pretty on point with that. So we use a thing called harmonic series. If you're an OCAD, you might witness a little bit of this, but harmonic series is when you basically cut the overtones and pluck the instrument. So we would cut this string artificially in half using a special technique, which gives us different pitches and octaves. And as a demonstration, there's a video showing us that. Okay, so that's one of the demonstrations, and what's really cool about this instrument as well is that because of the very unique sound of it, it mimics the sound of someone singing. And as such, certain songs, this instrument can sometimes imitate the sound of someone crying even. So that's only for certain genres, right? But yeah, that's really cool. So, moving on. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is this hunk of bamboo. Yeah, this is called a samgyuk, and juk means bamboo, and what people did back in the day is they drill holes in it. And depending on how advanced you are, there will be more holes or whatnot or less. So like for example, 10 holes would be the most advanced, it would be the most difficult to work with. And because it's really high pitched, it tends to imitate some nature sounds. So we have a sound audio for that, and let's see if you guys can identify what sound it mimics.
Okay, this is gonna be really weird. Okay, alright, we're gonna see this works, okay?
Okay, so based on that audio, what type of nature sound it kind of mimics? do we hear a little bit? Any ideas? Wolf? It can be, but
Very imaginative. For
yeah,
sure.
I
Good
think
try.
Any ideas?
Any other animals that you feel like it sounds like? Yes, right here in the green shirt. A bird.
Bird, yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually have a friend. Our friend Sung, super awesome guy. That piece that we just listened to on my phone was actually a piece that he learned during COVID over Zoom. So after our thing, the stuff lifted and we were able to perform again, and we had an event that was outdoors. When he was playing it, birds were literally calling back to him. Like he's out here pigeon whispering. Like it was so crazy how he's like talking to the birds. Like if people want a good live action Snow White, he's the person you gotta put in there. Because these birds are like speaking to him back, and it just really shows how distinct our characteristics and our instruments are in order to kind of reach that level with Adrian. Yeah. Okay, so for this instrument here, this is called a dangka. Gongka. Does anyone know what that means? Ga. What is gongka? Any of our teachers can tell us what that means? Sir, I think you are a teacher. You just recorded. What was that? Like a crane, yeah, like a crane or a stork. I literally asked him, he went, what? Yeah, a crane or a stork. And the reason why a dangka is called a dangka is because the top of the instrument kind of looks like the head of a stork. Yeah. I would say the dangka is very closely related to a violin. If everyone here, I'm sure knows what a violin is. A violin has 4 strings. It uses a bow to produce sound, but the bow kind of is free from the instrument. You can take the bow off, and when you don't want to play or you want to create a certain type of technique. However, this bow sits permanently between the 2 strings. I feel like if I could create a metaphor for this instrument, this is what a committed relationship looks like. Where you're kind of just like in it to be in it, like you can't really leave. Okay, but in that case, it's kind of toxic. But yes, you can leave, but it's committed for now. Okay. So Langan's going to be able to demonstrate what this instrument sounds like, so you can hear the similarities between the dangka and a violin. If you can just kind of remember back to what a violin sounds like. Right there, we love that one. Yeah, so you guys hear that similarity? Can we recognize that it sounds similar to a violin? Yeah? Yeah, awesome. All right, moving on to the next instrument. We have a dang nguek. Nguek, translated from Vietnamese into English, means moon. I know moon has like another word for it. Does anyone know what that is? Anyone know what a moon is? I feel like it's a language class. I should be testing you guys more on your abilities to translate these words from Vietnamese to English. Sometimes moon you hear as mak chanh, right? Is that correct? Thank you for nodding. Thank you. Because I will have told your teacher that you don't know that word. You would have been in trouble. But yes, nguek also means moon. Okay? And so with this instrument, it's called the a dang nguek because it's got a moon shape, very much like a full moon. And it's distinguished from long nets. And so when you hear Langan play it later, you'll hear really deep bends in the pitches to create different notes and tones and enunciations, right? It's kind of like a diva, I feel, of our ensemble because as an instrument, it carries most of the melodic lines in music. If you can think about a singer, this instrument would be the singer. And so Langan's gonna play it for now. like a V-pop fanatic and know what song that is? Yeah? Anyone heard of the song Để Mình Nói Cho Mà Nghe? I feel like artists nowadays find really unique ways to incorporate traditional Vietnamese instruments into pop music. I know earlier when everyone was walking, we were playing a song called Mag Baling. And I think that was a pretty unique way of incorporating Chào Bang and Quang Ha as well. So that was cool. I didn't mention this earlier, but I know that Catherine will be able to mention it since she's gonna tie the two instruments together. But the strings are actually made of fishing lines. So if Catherine wanted to build more on that. Isn't that incredible? Yeah. Actually, if you guys don't know, the first Fast and Furious movie, there's a scene where what's his name? Is it Paul Walker? The main. Someone help me. Is it Paul Walker? Yeah. They film a scene in the Phulopta area in the first movie. You don't believe me? Go back and watch it.
Yeah, so our next instrument is called the Dan Ba. So something about our instruments, if you might have seen that they're familiar, besides in the Vietnamese culture, is that you kind of see a lot of these instruments in Chinese culture as well. So the Chinese have their guzheng, which is their version of the zither. So the guzheng is similar to the danzhan. The Chinese erhu is similar to our dan ga, and our dan ba is similar to the Chinese pipa. So, as Kayla was mentioning, then they have the dan nguyet and the dan ba have some similarities. They both have those long necks and those raised frets, as well as those tuning pegs on the top. And they also are both played using fishing line and a pick. So that makes it super easy to change a string if it ever breaks. Super resourceful of our Vietnamese people to be using fishing line of all things.
Yeah. I wanted to flip my instrument around. I guess I was showing everyone here. Thank you for turning on the lights. This in Vietnamese is called gong, and this is the design is created with mother of pearl. It's very rare now to see instruments like this because this can only be handmade. I know that newer instruments that we're getting, like the instrument that Catherine has here with her today and the Dan Bao, are manufactured, generally manufactured, and so they are only just plain wood. It's very rare to see instruments like this, and so I'm very lucky to have one of 3 in the world that look just like this. And the person who created my instruments does not create instruments anymore, and so who knows, like this instrument might end up in a museum one day, so I'm like really excited about that. Okay, I'm gonna demo. Yes.
And then I would like to add, who's in Bit 3? Oh, not Bit 3, Bit 4 right now.
Wow, you're calling out your friends? Wow.
No. It's because they've been reading this book called Truyền Thống Việt. Raise your hand, you've been reading that or learned it about it. Yeah, so in Truyền Thống Việt, what does Kiều play?
What does she play?
Yeah, so this is the instrument that supposedly Kiều learned how to play very well.
I don't know who Kiều is, but she's not cool. Anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna. Am I good to do a demo now? Yeah. Okay, thank you, Lanya. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna play a song that's not Vietnamese. If you know the song, I would ask you to sing it because it's just gonna show me how cultured you are. Okay. Okay. Jam out. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay, so glad you know the song. I was like getting kind of worried that you don't know the song. What song is that? What's that? What makes you beautiful? No, you. Stop it. Yeah, so, yeah, the song, I mean, One Direction, we all know who One Direction is, right? Oh my god, I feel so old. So I'm like, not even that much older than everyone. I feel old when I show people what makes you beautiful. And like, my only friend over here is jamming out. I'm gonna invite you up here next time. You'll be You're singing after me. Thank you. All right, moving on to our last instrument, our last instruments of this presentation. Okay, is percussion. Percussion's gotta be like my favorite section of all the instruments here in the group because of how unique they are. We have a lot of artifacts that are played in our group that's pertaining to percussion. First and simple, we start off with the drum. Everyone know what a drum is? Yeah? Anyone heard this before? Yeah? Where have we heard that one before? What was that? Lion dance? Yes, my friends over at Football taught me that one. No copyright. Yeah, I love my friends that play jump over there. That's really cool. I know lion dance has got some Chinese influence, but yeah, drumming, very unique, but also very well shared experience, I feel. Yeah, so there's that. This one is called a gum. What does gum mean? Rice, thank you. If you did not answer that gum is rice, you about a yin doi tonight. Right? Your mom's gonna be so disappointed in you. You don't know what gum is, right? So how this works is that you take cooked rice, right? Back in the day, take cooked rice, you smear it on the drum head, and the cooked rice is a sticky consistency, right? So when you smear it on the drum head and you pull your hand away, it's gonna stick to your hand, pull on the drum head, and it makes a snapping sound, right? So this is a prop, so I'm not able to demonstrate that today. But I feel like that's really cool. People, again, being resourceful, right? Okay, so for my next percussion instrument, this right here is a what thing? What does thing mean? Money. What's that? What's that? Money? How do you not know what money is? Whoever said money, I wish you wealth. I wish you health, all right? If you don't know what money is, money means thing in Vietnamese. These right here are Vietnamese, like ancient Vietnamese coins. They do have some markings and engravings on them, but for the most part, because of how long they've been on here, it's turned green from the copper. But with a coin clapper, you can clap it, you can jingle it, you can also hit it. When you put it together, hold on, let me do a stretch really quick. It's like a little choreography. All right, cool. Okay, who thinks they can do that? I'll battle you right now. No, I'm just kidding. I can't give this to you. But yeah, coin clapper, probably one of my best, my favorite instruments for sure. Okay, this right here, this is called a song lang. My people in the back, did you hear that? Yeah. Really small, but also very loud instrument. This instrument is popularly used in the genre of music called cải lương. Anyone heard of cải lương before? Yeah, it's very like sad sometimes, and it's parents like to listen to it. It's like a lot of storytelling, right? In that genre of music, the main instrumentalist who plays đàn nguyệt, or it's also called đàn kim, will put this under their foot to tap for tempo. Now in Lacombe, even though we have grown the group to over 30 people, we still function as a chamber group, meaning we're not like an orchestra where we have a conductor conducting music to help us stay in time. We are using and utilizing percussion instruments such as this, such as drum, to stay in time together. Okay? All right. So my next one, this one is so fun. I'm gonna have Catherine help me really quick. So in music, there's a technique or a concept called sampling, where you take a sound, you record a sound or a part of, you can just press play, a part of an instrument or a part of a song and turn it into like a new song or develop it into a new song. And so they've used this and they made this. Anyone know that song? Yeah, literally. Right? Okay. Yeah. So they took this and they turned it into dun, 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 dun. Isn't that incredible? Yeah. Actually, if you guys don't know, the first Fast and Furious movie, there's a scene where, what's his name? Is it Paul Walker? The main, someone help me. Is it Paul Walker? Yeah? They film a scene in the Fulopta area in the first movie. You don't believe me? Go back and watch it. It's like 2 seconds before the car blows up. They do it near Fulopta. That plaza is now called TNK. Yeah, that TNK area where Bacon Chair and stuff is, where you guys, maybe your parents like to go. But they filmed that there. Dude, Vietnamese people, Fast and Furious, right? We're so good. We're so cool. All right. So for my next activity with percussion, I want to now give the opportunity to our teachers to show me and the students what they've got. So last period we had the Khang go, we had 2 teachers do it. Now we're gonna have come on up, come on up, come on up, let's go. Come on, let's go Kaya, let's go. Who else do I have? Yeah, let's go. Come on up, come on Kaya. Yes, thank you. Your name? Ellie. Okay, Ellie. And please tell everyone your name.
Hi, Anthony Nguyen.
Hi, Anthony. Okay, so hi, Anthony, and this is Ellie. Okay, so I'm gonna have you stand there. Ellie, I'm gonna have you stand over there. They're gonna fight.
Các em học sinh thân mến, các em có sẵn sàng để nâng các kỹ năng của mình lên mức cao hơn chưa? Hãy sẵn sàng đi, bởi vì học khu trung học Huntington Beach đang bổ sung thêm các lớp giáo dục kỹ thuật nghề hay CTE trong niên học tới. Cho dù em thích về kỹ thuật, y tế, kinh doanh hay các ngành nghề khác, đều sẽ có lớp ưa thích cho mỗi người. Các lớp CTE được thiết kế để cho học sinh có trải nghiệm thực tế trong đời sống. Hãy tận dụng cơ hội này để phát triển các kỹ năng đáng giá, giúp các em chuẩn bị cho sự thành công. Các lớp CTE sẽ khác nhau tùy vào các trường trong học khu. Em nhớ hỏi chuyên gia hướng dẫn của mình để xem các lớp nào được dạy ở trường em. Đừng bỏ mất cơ hội này để khám phá về các đam mê và tiềm năng của mình.
To help kings and queens have a grand entrance to the palace, yeah? So, sometimes kings and queens, they don't have a sense of rhythm, you know, they're kind of like tripping over their heel a little bit. So it's not like cool to walk in when you don't have a sense of rhythm. So what they'll do is they'll use drums to help bring that, you know, well, tie your shoes, you're really ready, oh my God. Yeah, to help bring that, you know, kind of that grand and triumphant feeling to it. So today, hey Anthony, yes, and Ellie are gonna show us what that looks like. They're gonna battle it out. It's gonna be, we're gonna sashay for your life. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna play a simple beat. I will have you go first. You're gonna just like walk across the room in tempo. And students, we're gonna cheer for our teacher, right? Yeah? Okay, can we all like give a round of applause right now for our teacher? The high applause. You just walk. Strut. Ready?
Follow the beat. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Okay, Ty, I'll give you a second one. Ellie, you're gonna show Ty. If you got it, you better than that. Okay, you ready? Hey! Hey! Okay. Honestly, Ty, I appreciate you. Style points, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, we're gonna give you a chance to make up for it, okay? Because no, it was pretty good. Okay, we'll give you a chance. We're gonna change it up. Let's see if you can add some swagger to your walk. Is that okay? Everyone, can we make some noise for our teacher really quick? Yeah? Yeah, come on, cheer him on. We got it. Okay, are you ready? Come on, Ty. Ready? You got this. Everyone, ready? And go! Come on, hey! 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 And a round of applause for Ty. Yeah! Very good. Okay, Ellie, that was Ty's redemption round, so you don't have to do it because I know you did really well the first time. Can we get a round of applause for both of our volunteers really quick?
Yeah.
They're awesome! Sublime. Awesome. Okay, so we're coming down to the last bit of our workshop before you guys go to lunch. So now what I want to do is give you guys a chance to ask questions, all right? And questions about honestly anything, about the music, about us, about the experience, anything that you want, we want to give that chance for you guys to ask. So I heard the teachers are giving extra credit. Oh, girl, you, woo, okay. I'm gonna ask you first then, is that all right? So what's your question? Our most expensive instrument. Ooh, I haven't gotten that question yet. I think it's yours. No, that's okay. We don't have time, so.
So instruments, they range from various prices. So the one that I have at home also has the mother of pearl in it. So since the nanjan is one of the larger instruments, then it already costs a lot to make. But in order to bring it over here, then it costs even more. For my instrument specifically, then someone brought it by plane. So they had a ticket for themselves, and they also had a ticket on the plane for the instrument to have a ticket themselves. So we're going on to the plane itself.
Yeah, so the instrument costs plus 2 plane tickets. Wow, crazy. Good question. Any other questions? Yes. Your the best instrument we perform at. Oh, okay. What about you?
Okay. Hello. Okay. So for me, I would say that the ba is probably my best because I started with that one, and then but yeah, the ba is probably my best instrument.
For you?
I only know how to play one instrument, so it would be the jack.
Okay. I think I'm best at percussion. Yeah. It's not my first instrument. I feel like I haven't performed as much, but I was in band in high school, so I kind of transferred those techniques over, and percussion is the most fun for me, at least. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
Where can we buy these instruments?
Not on Temu. Do not go on Temu to buy your instruments. We had a friend who did that, and it was crazy. We have connections in Vietnam. We know the right person to contact to make the instruments or to produce the instruments, and then we usually have people bring it here to the U.S. for us. That's a really good question. Yes. Are they all handmade?
I would say the one with the mother of pearl are definitely handmade because you can't really make that in a factory, right? But the ones that without the mother of pearl, like the Danbao and Jan, they're more like mass produced, right? They're more easier to produce, so it will be more,
Yes.
know, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? How about over here? This is a little quiet over here. You have a question? Our cheapest instrument.
The flute.
Really? You really? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I would say that our flute is the cheapest instrument. We have our friend Sung that I told a story about earlier. He teaches and he actually creates flutes with PVC pipe for his really young students that don't know how to handle like real instruments yet, and it sounds almost.
And then the second cheapest would probably be the drums because you have the bucket drumming, right?
Yes, I teach a bucket drumming class for little kids. That's probably the cheapest way to start music, for sure. After that, you buy an actual instrument. Yeah. One last question. Yes. Favorite memory from being in Lac-Home?
Ooh, okay, favorite memory for me personally is just the boba trips after.
Yeah, boba trips. Yeah. We already what's it called? We come to workshops for free. Sometimes the workshops are really far away, so I already spent gas money. Why not spend more money on boba to make myself feel better? You know. So that's what we do. Catherine, your best memory for Lac-Home?
I like performing at Sangerstrom.
Really big concert hall, right?
Very nice.
Yeah. I know this is not specifically related to the group, but from being a part of the group and my involvement, I've been able to go out and experience meeting a lot of new people. I think other than learning lessons with Tai Zhao or Go Mai, I've been able to meet Lil Nas X. Last period I said it, they're like, oh, you have a picture with him? No, I'm working with a Grammy artist right now, recording for a country album. He was in the studio next to me. Yeah, so Lil Nas X was cooking it up over there, and I was over here. Yeah, so that's cool. You get to do cool things, work on cool projects like that. On what we know and what we have, because what we have may never be here, or might not be here anymore in the future.
Again, they do have souvenirs that are $1 each. There's stickers, there's buttons. Please support them, get connected with them as well too. Okay, if you're more than welcome to connect with them, so please do so, okay?
I think in terms of Vietnamese American students, the workshop is meant to draw a bridge or a connection between who they are and where they come from, or perhaps more about their culture so they know who they are or who they could be. I think that overall education is a leading path to preservation. The longer or the more we talk about information such as this, then the longer